What's up guys, some weeks ago I tested a rugged smartphone with a 4.5-inch screen, and I was very surprised to see such a compact mobile device in 2022. Now we have even smaller smartphone with a 3-inch display. You know, this phone looks like from 2014, but it has a fingerprint reader, Android 12 operating system, 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, 16 megapixels camera and other features. By the way, the name of this smartphone is Unihertz Jelly 2E, and today we will do a full review of it. Let's start with unboxing.
Ready? Let's go.
So the box of the new smartphone has a very minimalist design. There is only a company logo on the top and a model name on the side. We can also read some specifications of mobile device on the back. Inside the box there is a smartphone, transparent protective case, screen protector, USB Type-C charging cable, lanyard, user manual and warranty card. Like the latest iPhones, the power adapter is not included. However, it looks like there is a place for it in the box, but the manufacturer forgot to put it. The design is definitely the main feature of this phone, because it is probably the smallest smartphone in 2022. The dimensions are 95 by 49 by 16.5 mm. The weight is only 110 grams. Unihertz Jelly 2E is almost 3 times smaller than iPhone 12. You know, the body of the new smartphone is grey and it looks like metal, but actually it is made of plastic. And there is Unihertz logo on the rear panel, as well as main camera, flashlight and fingerprint reader. Most smartphones in 2022 have fingerprint scanner on the side face or even under the display, but here it is located on the back. Anyway, I'm glad it is available and it works very well. Unihertz Jelly 2E has 3.5mm audio jack, a ear blaster and microphone on the top. There is a speaker grill and another microphone on the bottom. If you are looking for a charging port, USB Type-C is located on the right side, next to the hybrid slot for dual SIM and microSD memory card, customizable button and power button. On the left side there is only volume rocker. So this is one of the most unique smartphones in 2022 because of its small display. Now let's take a look at the front panel. You know, one of the main reasons why this mobile device looks old is the bezels around the screen, especially above and below. Unihertz Jelly 2E even has home, back and recent keys under the screen. The most other smartphones in 2022 use the on-screen buttons. We can see a front camera, receiver, ambient light sensor and proximity sensor above the display. As already said, the screen has a diagonal of 3 inches and resolution of 480 by 854 pixels. Don't afraid of the low resolution, because it is okay for a small screen. I don't see pixels or any problems with this display. The brightness and colors are good. By the way, the aspect ratio is 16:9. So it is comfortable to watch videos on YouTube, unlike the previous compact smartphones I have tested before. Did I just say comfortable? Perhaps that's not quite the right word. The aspect ratio is good for watching videos, but a 3-inch display is too small for that. I think this smartphone is not designed for watching videos. For example, I want to show you iPhone 12 and Unihertz Jelly 2E. By the way, the speaker of the new Unihertz smartphone is very good. It is single, but it has a good volume and quality. Now let's talk about software of the new smartphone. As I already said, Unihertz Jelly 2E runs on Android 12 operating system. This is a stock Android, because there are no pre-installed apps instead of Google apps. The screen fits a row of 3 applications, so it is not a problem to tap on them. The quick settings menu looks so tiny. However, you can select the functions without any problems. The settings menu is a standard for Android devices, and there are network settings, connected devices, apps, intelligent assistants, notifications, battery, storage, sound, display, etc. By the way, you can add a fingerprint and even face unlock in a security menu. Talking about hardware of the new Unihertz smartphone, it is powered by Helio A20 chipset. There is 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage available. You can use a microSD memory card instead of the second SIM card. Helio A20 is an entry-level processor from 2022, so we need to run benchmarks and play games. You know, I have tried to launch Antutu, but I couldn't do that. I don't know if the smartphone has a very small display for this benchmark or it has a weak performance. Nevertheless, I cannot show you Antutu result. If we talk about Geekbench 5, then the new Unihertz smartphone has 138 points in a single core test and 439 points in multi-core test. This is a very low result for the 2022 smartphone. The overall score in 3D Mark and Slingshot Extreme test is 238 points. So Unihertz Jelly E cannot run Antutu benchmark, and it has very low results in Geekbench 5 and 3D Mark. What about games? Can we play something? Let's try. You know, I don't even want to download Genshin Impact because I know that this smartphone cannot run it. However, I have tried to play PUBG Mobile. The graphic settings and FPS are low. As you can see, the game is glitchy. I also tried to play Call of Duty Mobile. The game launches well, but because of the small screen, it is very uncomfortable to play. I think this smartphone for more simple games, such as Subway Surf. Unihertz Jelly E is definitely not a gaming smartphone because it has a very low performance, and because of the very small display, it is very uncomfortable to play games. I have already told you that the new Unihertz smartphone has 16 megapixels main camera. There is also 8 megapixels camera on the front panel. In the camera app, we have some shooting modes, such as time-lapse, video, normal and pro. The mobile device has a single main camera, so there is no ultra-wide angle, portrait and macro modes in the camera app. However, in the photo settings, we can enable anti-shake function, turn on/off self-timer, choose a picture size, and other options. I am surprised to see electronic image stabilization in the video settings. You can also select a scene mode, turn on/off microphone, and choose a video quality. The maximum video quality is Full HD. Overall, the photos quality on Unihertz Jelly E are very decent. I had a cloudy weather when I tested the camera of this smartphone, but you can see that the photos have very good details. In a sunny weather, they would be much better and rich colors. The smartphone really has a video stabilization, but it is better not to walk when you record a video. If you stand and move a camera, the video footage is quite smooth. Unihertz Jelly 2E doesn't have a night shooting mode, but the pictures and videos in low light conditions are also good for a budget phone. The battery of the new Unihertz smartphone has a capacity of only 2000 mAh. However, this is not surprising, given the compact size of the phone. Let's test the screen on time and charging time of Unihertz Jelly 2E. So the screen on time of this smartphone is 6 hours and 39 minutes. The full battery charge takes 2 hours and 38 minutes. Finally, I want to talk with you about connectivity of the new Unihertz smartphone. As I already said, it has a hybrid slot for dual SIM and microSD memory card. Both SIM cards support 4G LTE networks. The new mobile device also supports Bluetooth, dual-band Wi-Fi, and GPS. However, there is no NFC support, so you cannot use the phone for contactless payments. So you have watched this video for about 10 minutes. But I have been testing the smartphone for almost a week. Now I can tell you the pros and cons of Unihertz Jelly 2E. The main feature of this smartphone is compact size. This is the smallest mobile device that I have seen in recent years. It is very comfortable to hold in one hand and carry in a jeans pocket. Despite the plastic body, the smartphone has a high-quality build. You know, this is a modern smartphone for 2022, so it has a fingerprint reader, 3.5mm audio jack, and even customizable button. The screen resolution is quite low, but this is enough for a diagonal of 3 inches. Overall, I am happy with display of this smartphone, because it is bright and contrast. Unihertz Jelly 2E runs on Android 12 operating system, and the user interface is smooth enough, although it is not very fast, because of the weak hardware and low performance. But I didn't have any big problems with user interface. I think this is because the smartphone has 4 GB of RAM. This is enough for smooth performance of Android operating system. Unihertz Jelly 2E also has 64 GB of internal memory. You can use the microSD memory card instead of the second SIM card to expand the storage. You know, I am surprised by the camera of this phone, because it takes really good photos, and it even has video stabilization. That's very good for a budget smartphone. The new Unihertz smartphone supports dual SIM with 4G LTE networks. It also has infrared blaster, so you can use a mobile device for control TV and other home appliances. Now let's talk about cons of this smartphone. I have told you that the compact size is a feature of Unihertz Jelly 2E, but because of the small display with a diagonal of 3 inches, it is not convenient to watch videos on YouTube or play games. In fact, this smartphone is not for games, because it also has entry-level processor with a very low performance. You can play simple games, such as Subway Surf, but it is difficult to play PUBG Mobile. Unfortunately, Unihertz Jelly 2E doesn't have NFC support, but this is a very important thing for many people, including me. The smartphone has a very small battery, with a capacity of 2000 mAh. The battery life is quite short. In addition, the battery takes a very long time to charge for its capacity. I don't think it even supports 10-watt charging. Finally, the price of Unihertz Jelly 2E is $159. I think it is quite expensive for this smartphone. If you can buy it for about $120, it might be a good deal. By the way, Unihertz Jelly 2E is a simplified version of Unihertz Jelly 2. If you have $179, I think it is better to buy Jelly 2, because it has a better chipset, Helio P60, 6GB of RAM, and 128GB of storage, and NFC support. Thank you for watching, see you soon!